Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we'll dive deep into one of the hottest issues in Philippine defense modernization. The delay in the construction of the two new landing platform dock ships from PAL Indonesia for the Philippine Navy. After a wave of criticism online, especially from defense enthusiasts and MaxDefense Philippines, PAL has finally broken its silence, issuing an official statement to clarify its side of the story. But what's the truth behind the delay? Is PAL at fault? Or is this just part of normal shipbuilding complexities? And more importantly, how will this delay affect the Philippine Navy's readiness in future missions, from humanitarian operations to national defense? Let's get into it. The contract for these two new landing platform dock ships, or LPDs, is part of the Horizon 2 phase of the AFP modernization program, a multi-year effort to upgrade the armed forces of the Philippines to meet modern operational standards. These ships are successors to the BRP Tarlac, LD 601, and BRP Davao del Sur, LD 602, both also built by PAL Indonesia. The upcoming LPDs are designed to be larger, more modern, and more capable, equipped to carry troops, armored vehicles, and humanitarian supplies. They can also serve as command and control platforms and support helicopter operations during amphibious and disaster response missions. In short, they're not just warships, they're lifelines in both combat and crisis. But recently, reports have emerged suggesting significant delays in the construction of these two ships. According to leaked information and government data, including from the Department of Budget and Management, DBM, PAL has already received around 60% of the total payment for the project, even though no ship has been delivered yet. Based on the original timeline, the first ship should have been delivered in 2024 and the second ship in 2025. However, photos that surfaced online show that the first ship is still in the fitting-out stage, far from completion and not anywhere near sea trials or delivery. This discrepancy raised eyebrows in the defense community. How could PAL have received most of the payment when the ships are clearly not yet ready? That's when analysts, including MaxDefense Philippines, started asking the hard questions. After the growing wave of criticism, PAL Indonesia released an official statement addressing the issue. According to PAL, the entire project is being carried out according to the milestones agreed upon between the Department of National Defense and the company. They emphasized that through intensive communication and coordination with the DND, each stage of work is being done responsibly and transparently, in line with the agreed quality standards and specifications. In short, PAL insists they're following the contract, they're not violating any terms, and quality remains their top priority. The company further added, and I quote, PAL Indonesia continues efforts to ensure all stages of work can take place optimally, oriented on quality according to users' needs. Their message is clear. They're prioritizing quality over speed. But here's where things get interesting. If everything is indeed according to the milestone, how do we explain the payment records showing 60% disbursement when no shipment has been turned over yet? According to DBM guidelines, only about 35% should typically be released upon completion and delivery. This suggests that there may have been adjustments or renegotiations in the payment schedule, possibly to help PAL with their production costs or supply chain challenges. Still, the public has a right to ask, why was such a large amount released early? And if 60% is already paid, where exactly is the project progress? These are fair questions, especially since the LPDs are crucial for both national defense and disaster response. Another issue is the lack of transparency on both sides. So far, there have been no public updates from either PAL Indonesia or the Philippine Department of National Defense, DND, showing the actual progress of the ships. No official photos, no progress reports, nothing in public affairs bulletins. The only images available online seem to come from civilian ship spotters or unofficial sources, showing the first LPD still incomplete. This lack of openness naturally fuels speculation and damages public confidence in the project. The Philippine Navy currently operates only 2 LPDs, the BRP Tarlac and BRP Davao del Sur. Both ships play a vital role in national operations, from humanitarian missions like disaster relief and rescue, to amphibious transport and logistical support in the West Philippine Sea. If the delivery of the next 2 ships continues to be delayed, it means the Navy's lift capacity remains limited, especially in times of crisis or conflict, in a region where tensions are rising, particularly in the West Philippine Sea. Logistics and mobility are everything. Delays like this don't just affect operations, they also undermine confidence in future procurements and partnerships. If the Philippines can't get timely deliveries on major defense projects, it may influence how future contracts are structured or even which suppliers get chosen. To be fair, shipbuilding is a complex process. Unexpected delays can happen due to supply chain issues, labor shortages, design modifications, or quality assurance testing. PAL may genuinely be prioritizing quality control to ensure that the ships meet or exceed the Philippine Navy's standards. However, transparency remains crucial. The public and the defense community deserve clear and regular updates, especially for projects funded by taxpayer money. At the end of the day, both sides, PAL and the DND, need to maintain open communication with the Filipino public and demonstrate accountability for every peso spent. These LPDs are not just steel and engines. They're symbols of our modernizing armed forces and national resilience. Let's hope that when they finally set sail, they'll prove that patience and transparency can indeed deliver world-class results. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe PAL is being fair, or do you think the DND needs to explain more about the payments and milestones? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates about Philippine defense and modernization. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.